Hello, everyone, and welcome to our rendition of five digital marketing experts walk into a bar. Before I turn it over to allow everyone to do an introduction on who they are, let's quickly set the tone a bit for today. Today, we plan to discuss four relevant topics that face our everyday in the digital marketing world. We all have different backgrounds, different positions, different experiences, and different perspectives, so we hope you find it interesting. Okay, now moving on to the introductions, and I'll go first. My name is Brittany Leahy, and I am the Director of Client Services at More Visibility, overseeing all of our client interactions, client programs, and deliverables. And then I'll turn it over to Matt Crowley to do the same.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Crowley. I'm the Senior Vice President of Digital at More Visibility. I oversee the teams of specialists charged with working on behalf of our clients to help with search engine optimization, advertising, analytics, and design development. I'll turn it over to Anthony.
Thank you, Matt. I am Anthony Gallegos, Senior Creative Designer, Team Lead at More Visibility, and I oversee design and user experience, and I design everything from websites to social media graphics and ensure that the digital interfaces are appealing, user-friendly, and also align with companies' brand identities. And I'll turn it over to Ron.
Thank you, Anthony. My name is Ron Dinger, Senior Campaign Manager here at More Visibility. Work closely with the client strategist with digital ads across different ad networks. And I'll turn it over to Marnie.
Thank you, Ron. My name is Marnie Weinberg. I'm a senior client strategist at More Visibility. I do project management for our clients, and I work under Brittany.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for the introductions. And now to introduce our first topic, which will be the impact of AI on digital marketing, which I know has been top of mind of a lot of people. So we hope to provide a lot of different perspectives from all the different members of the team. So today I'll be moderating, as well as we'll have Matt, Ron, and Anthony participating. So I'll start off with Matt. Can you quickly give us a brief background on what AI means and how it kind of plays into the role of digital marketing?
Absolutely. So AI, I would say, as a quick primer, although I would enjoy, many drinks beyond happy hour, it would probably take for us to go through all of this around AI. The short piece would be that artificial intelligence really has been in digital marketing for many years now, in particular advertising. Behind the scenes, the technology that powers a lot of what happens in search advertising, social advertising, et cetera. But it's really coming more to the forefront of the people who do the marketing and new tools and technologies that they have access to, things like ChatGPT being the most famous example. So really the bigger area of focus right now is generative AI. So it's using AI to generate new things, to generate text, to generate images, to generate assets for advertising, more newly or recently things like generating videos. And so it started out with being able to just more efficiently create some things, but typically at a lower quality. That quality is continuing to progress more and more. And there's a much wider variety of tools that we all now have access to help make our advertising more efficient, more effective, and reach a wider audience. And so generative AI is the big area of focus for everyone right now, to generate new things and to use tools to make our workflows more efficient.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I was hoping someone from the team could give some examples on positive ways that AI can affect digital marketing. I know that there's a lot of emphasis on things that we have to watch out for, but how can we look at it in a positive limelight? So hoping someone can answer.
Sure. I'll hop in here. As far as different ways we can utilize and leverage, obviously Matt talked about the generative layer, which is really important. With AI, it's all about leveraging the tools, different tools, obviously ChatGPT, HubSpot, SEMrush are some of the more popular ones, to really just automate your tasks and increase efficiency and really, create more time to strategize on different things. From my perspective, obviously, brainstorming different ideas, different strategies, content creation, keyword research, obviously smart bidding, which is something that's not new, but it's been around for a few years now. Ad delivery of the ads, smart bidding, obviously predicting user behavior are very important, and the algorithms are very involved with that. analyzing campaigns, and also some predictions and forecasting can all be used with these different tools to leverage and sort of create better work.
Awesome. Any other? Oh,
yes. One thing I just want to add, just from like a personal standpoint, Sephora, which is a very well-known brand, beauty brand, we probably, all the ladies probably know about Sephora. They have a really good chatbot powered shopping service with a virtual makeup artist, because they have a huge amount of products on there. It's kind of overwhelming if you go to their website, and they have a really great way of coming up with an interactive quiz and showing you what products would be good for you. And it's so advanced and high tech, for lack of a better explanation, that you don't even realize it's AI. Like, you actually think you're talking to a human, but you're certainly not. So that's a really good example of a way that I've seen in my personal life using it that, some people may not even be aware of. So just wanted to mention that.
Oh, that's a great perspective. And I think that ties nicely into the next question. With all the positives, there's obviously been some negatives. And I think one perspective is it's sometimes hard to determine what's real from fake, to your point with the Sephora example. So what do we think are some of the cons of AI and some things that we might, urge clients to look out for?
I think one of the biggest ones is quality. I think the quality is still lacking, especially if you aren't putting everything that you need to in terms of prompting. There's a lot more that you can do these days with feeding the generative AI tools more of the work that you've done in the past to try to make it sort of emulate your writing style, for example. But I think too many people still leverage just a quick prompt, like write a blog post on this topic, and then it pops something out, but it's not really providing the quality from a broad perspective, but really the authenticity and sort of expertise of someone who knows really what they're talking about on a given subject and can talk in the way that your brand would talk in, or the way that someone from the company would talk. So I think the quality's still not there, and probably the bigger one is the speed at which a lot of the tools, in particular search engines, have started integrating generative AI before it's really prime time and ready. So I think we all have probably seen on Google, for example, if you do a search now, there's these generative AI boxes on a lot of search results, and they will say things that aren't really accurate. They do what's called hallucinate. They make up things still. And so for even some medical queries, it'll say things that are very questionable. I know as a parent of 3, I do a lot of searches for signs and symptoms that my kids have, and I've been paying a lot more attention to what comes up in those generative results, and it is scary sometimes what it says compared to what's actually in the actual organic search results below from reputable sources like hospitals and healthcare providers.
Yeah, human supervision is still required with AI, so it's not a set and forget. The more quality of prompt, the better the output, obviously. So from a digital marketer perspective, obviously the algorithms are going to help make our job easier, but crap in, crap out, really. So you got to still prompt correctly to get the correct output.
Awesome. And then last but not least, how do we all think that More Visibility specifically has leveraged AI to its advantage?
I know we've used it a lot as a brainstorming tool across many different teams, especially for some more niche industries that it can be difficult to come up with new creative ways for industrial manufactured goods, for example, to come up with creative ways to position those in the different values that they provide, new ways to write about them. And in particular, if there's someone who's been working on a particular brand for many, many years, it can be difficult to try to think of new ideas and hit some of those creative roadblocks. So the generative AI tools have been great for coming up with new ideas, new perspectives, new ways to talk about things. And so that sort of research-based brainstorm perspective, it's been extremely useful.
I'd like to jump on to what Matt said from a design perspective. AI is like that brainstorming buddy that listens to your ideas and responds with fresh perspectives and related concepts to enhancing the creative process. I know for myself, it's helped in the design process. For instance, I've utilized like AI during the user feedback stage of designs. If either internally or a client, has revisions or something, and they say, I don't like this, but I don't know what the solution is, I may go in AI. Of course, as we know, the better the prompt, the better the output. So I may put in something like, this is my dilemma. What are some possible solutions? It may offer 2-3 suggestions. And then from there, I can take that, and that helps me in modifying designs and ultimately resulting in more user-friendly outcomes, whether it be web design or other design outputs.
Awesome. Well, I think that wraps up topic number 1. So thank you all for participating, and we will see you all in another bar here soon.